Dimensions Collide, Season 1, The Awakening. Chapter 9, Into the Abyss. The stolen Xylan ship, christened the Phoenix, by a jubilant crew, hummed with a newfound purpose. Gone were the days of frantic escape. Now, a resolute determination filled the air. Their victory over the Xylan had not only saved the Zarki but had forged an unbreakable bond between Alex, Neo, and Hermes. They were no longer just a team. They were a family, united against the encroaching darkness. Their destination, however, remained shrouded in mystery. The Xylan Collective's message, a beacon of hope in the bleak expanse of the multiverse, had gone silent. The Nexus Point, a dimensional crossroads under attack by a new Borg incursion, was their only lead. But navigating the treacherous currents of the dimensional tapestry was no easy feat. Days bled into weeks as they charted a course, relying on cryptic Xylan coordinates and salvaged navigational technology from the Phoenix. The journey was fraught with peril. They dodged rogue asteroids, navigated swirling nebulas of pure energy, and even fended off a band of interdimensional pirates seeking to plunder their salvaged Xylan weaponry. One particularly harrowing encounter left them shaken. A dimensional anomaly, a swirling vortex of raw energy, threatened to rip the Phoenix apart. Hermes, ever the strategist, managed to reroute power, stabilizing the ship moments before they were pulled into the abyss. But the incident left a mark. The anomaly, a glimpse into the raw chaos that existed beyond the boundaries of reality, served as a stark reminder of the dangers that lurked in the multiverse. Finally, after weeks of relentless travel, the coordinates aligned. Before them shimmered a colossal gateway, a swirling vortex of dimensional energy unlike anything they had ever witnessed. This was the Nexus Point, a crossroads where countless realities intersected. But the gateway pulsed with an ominous red hue, a testament to the Borg incursion raging within. "This doesn't look good," Neo muttered, his voice laced with a hint of apprehension. The Xylan message mentioned a single Borg consciousness leading the attack, Alex said. Their brow furrowed. This kind of coordinated assault suggests otherwise. Hermes, ever the pragmatist, chimed in, "Whatever the case, we can't just sit here. We need to go in, assess the situation, and hopefully find some sign of the Xylan Collective." With a deep breath and a shared look of determination, they activated the Phoenix's dimensional stabilizer, a salvaged Xylan technology repurposed for this very purpose. The ship shuddered as it pierced the veil of reality, plunging into the swirling vortex of the Nexus Point. The world around them dissolved into a kaleidoscope of colors and warped realities. Fragmented images flashed before their eyes, a bustling cityscape on a metallic planet, rolling green hills beneath a crimson sun, a vast library filled with books defying the laws of physics. Each glimpse a testament to the infinite diversity of the multiverse. The chaos subsided abruptly, replaced by the sterile white walls of a Borg cube. The familiar oppressive hum filled the air, a chilling reminder of their past encounter. But this cube felt different. Gone were the orderly rows of drones. Instead, chaos reigned. Drones malfunctioned, sparking and sputtering. Walls flickered erratically, displaying distorted images of a single, imposing Borg figure with a glowing red eye. "This is unexpected," Alex whispered, their voice barely audible above the cacophony. Suddenly, a booming voice echoed through the cube, a voice that seemed to emanate from everywhere and nowhere at once. It was the Borg Queen, but different. This voice crackled with raw power, devoid of the usual cold, calculating logic. "You intruders," the voice boomed. "You trespass in my domain." "Domain?" Neo spat back, his voice laced with defiance. "This isn't yours, Borg. We're here to liberate this Nexus Point, to stop your reign of terror across the multiverse." The Borg Queen's distorted image flickered with what could be interpreted as amusement. "Liberation? You misunderstand. This incursion, it is not of my design. I am fighting it." Alex exchanged a bewildered glance with Neo and Hermes. This was a revelation they hadn't anticipated. The Borg, fighting another Borg? It defied everything they thought they knew. "Explain yourself," Alex demanded, their voice firm with newfound resolve. The Queen's distorted image pulsed with a strange light. "This anomaly, It emerged from the abyss. A collective consciousness, hungry for assimilation, consuming entire realities. It has infiltrated the Borg collective, twisted it to its will. I resist, but my strength, waning. A sense of dread settled upon them. A Borg queen, weakened but resisting, against a new, more terrifying Borg threat. The stakes had just been raised to an unimaginable level. We can help you, but we need to understand what you're proposing. Alex finished, their voice echoing through the sterile chamber. The distorted image of the Borg queen pulsed with a faint blue light, a flicker of something that might have been gratitude. Assistance from organics? Unorthodox, but necessary. Hermes, ever the pragmatist, stepped forward. What do you need? Information? Resources? We have some salvaged Xylan technology, and our knowledge of interdimensional travel might be valuable. The Queen's booming voice filled the chamber once more. Knowledge of the anomaly's origin. It emerged from a rift, a tear in the fabric of reality beyond the charted dimensions. A place known only as the Abyss. A cold shiver ran down Alex's spine. The Abyss. It was a term whispered only in hushed tones within the Aegis Order, a place rumored to exist beyond the boundaries of the known multiverse, a realm of pure chaos and unbridled entropy. The Abyss? Neo scoffed. That's a myth, a legend used to scare children. The Queen's distorted image flickered, a digital frown forming. Myth? No reality. A place where even Borg logic struggles to maintain coherence. It is the source of the anomaly, its wellspring of destructive power. A tense silence descended upon the chamber. The weight of the Queen's words hung heavy in the air. They were facing a threat unlike any they had encountered before, a force born from the very fabric of chaos itself. So, what's the plan? Alex asked, their voice betraying a hint of apprehension. How do we fight something that comes from a place beyond reality? The Queen's voice grew softer, a hint of desperation creeping in. There is a weapon. An ancient prototype hidden within the Borg collective databanks. A weapon designed to sever dimensional rifts, to collapse them in upon themselves. But accessing it requires navigating the corrupted systems, a perilous task. A glimmer of hope flickered in Alex's eyes. A weapon, a chance to win, but the path to it was fraught with danger. We can do that, Alex declared, their voice filled with newfound determination. We've faced worse. We'll navigate your corrupted systems, find this weapon, and shut down the abyssal rift. Neo placed a hand on Alex's shoulder, a silent question in his eyes. Alex met his gaze, a flicker of doubt momentarily crossing their face. Objective 14. The core directive of the Aegis Order, echoed in their mind. End all galactic wars across all realities and timelines. Disable, destroy, or transmute anything harming Earth or its inhabitants. This wasn't just about Earth anymore. This was about protecting the entire multiverse from an existential threat. Taking a deep breath, Alex turned back to the Queen. But we have a condition, Alex continued, their voice firm. Once this threat is neutralized, you agree to a complete and permanent ceasefire between the Borg collective and all realities. The Queen's distorted image flickered, a digital equivalent of a sigh. A ceasefire, illogical, yet, under the circumstances, acceptable. A fragile alliance was formed, a pact between a desperate Borg queen and a ragtag team of interdimensional travelers. The fate of the multiverse hung in the balance as they ventured deeper into the corrupted Borg cube, a digital labyrinth teeming with malfunctioning drones and fragmented data streams. Their journey was fraught with peril. They battled rogue drones reprogrammed by the anomaly's influence, their bodies pushed to the limit by the erratic energy fluctuations within the cube. Hermes' hacking skills were put to the ultimate test as he navigated the corrupted Borg systems, deciphering fragmented code and bypassing malfunctioning security protocols. Finally, after hours of relentless pursuit, they reached the weapon's resting place, a heavily guarded vault deep within the cube's core. The weapon itself resembled a massive energy cannon, pulsating with an unstable blue light. The inscription above it read simply, Dimensional Rift Closure Device. But activating it wouldn't be easy. The vault was sealed with layers of complex Borg security protocols, further corrupted by the anomaly's influence. As Neo and Hermes focused on deciphering the corrupted code, Alex stood guard, their senses on high alert. Suddenly, the chamber lurched violently. A booming voice, familiar yet warped, echoed through the room. "Intruders, you will not succeed." It was the anomaly, its consciousness having infiltrated the deeper Borg systems. From the shadows emerged a horde of drones, their metallic bodies pulsating with an unnatural red light. These weren't ordinary Borg. They were twisted mockeries, their bodies warped by the anomaly's chaotic energy. A fierce battle ensued, a clash between technology and raw power. Alex, fueled by a newfound determination to protect the multiverse, fought with the grace and precision of a seasoned warrior. Neo, his augmented strength and agility on full display, wove through the corrupted drones, delivering powerful blows with his cybernetically enhanced fists. Hermes, ever the strategist, used the salvaged Xylan technology to his advantage, creating localized electromagnetic pulses that temporarily disabled the drones. But the tide of the battle began to turn. The corrupted drones, fueled by the anomaly's chaotic energy, seemed relentless. Just as despair threatened to consume them, a booming voice filled the chamber once more. It was the Borg Queen, her voice weak but unwavering. "Divert power. Channel it to the weapon." Following the Queen's desperate instruction, Hermes frantically reprogrammed the corrupted systems. Energy surged through the chamber, crackling around the dimensional rift closure device. The blue light intensified, bathing the room in an ethereal glow. With a final, earth-shattering roar, the weapon discharged. A beam of pure energy erupted from the cannon, lancing towards the heart of the Borg cube where the abyssal rift pulsed with malevolent energy. The impact was instantaneous. The rift convulsed, tendrils of chaotic energy lashing out in a desperate attempt to resist. The Borg cube shuddered violently, alarms blaring as corrupted systems overloaded. But the weapon held. Slowly, steadily, the rift began to shrink. The chaotic energy siphoned back into the abyss from whence it came. The corrupted drones sputtered and deactivated, their bodies reverting to their original Borg configuration. The anomaly's influence, severed from its source, began to wane. A wave of relief washed over Alex, Neo, and Hermes. They had done it. They had closed the abyssal rift and stopped the anomaly's incursion. But the victory came at a cost. The Borg cube, ravaged by the battle and the weapon's discharge, hung crippled in the nexus point. The distorted image of the Borg Queen flickered weakly, her voice barely a whisper. "Thank you, Organics. You have saved the collective from oblivion." With a final flicker, the Queen's image vanished. The Borg cube, its once pristine white hull now a patchwork of scorch marks and sparking wires, drifted silently within the nexus point. As the adrenaline subsided, a somber mood settled upon the crew of the Phoenix. They had witnessed the destructive potential of the abyss, a chilling reminder of the threats that lurked beyond the boundaries of reality. But they had also forged an unlikely alliance, proving that even sworn enemies could find common ground in the face of existential threats. "We can't stay here," Neo said, his voice heavy with thought. "The nexus point is unstable. We need to get out of here before it collapses." Alex nodded, their gaze fixed on the crippled Borg cube. A pang of sympathy pierced their heart for the weakened Queen, a testament to the complexities of war and the potential for redemption, even amongst the most ruthless adversaries. With a heavy heart but a renewed sense of purpose, they steered the Phoenix away from the nexus point, leaving the crippled Borg cube and the fading echoes of a desperate battle behind. Their journey was far from over. The multiverse was vast, and countless realities still awaited their protection. But they would face those challenges head-on, a beacon of hope in the vast tapestry of existence, forever bound by their shared adventure and the knowledge that even the greatest darkness could be overcome by courage, camaraderie, and the unwavering resolve to protect all that is good. Thank you for joining us on our epic adventure. Support us on Patreon to gain exclusive access to behind-the-scenes content, early episode releases, and more.